It's Overreaction Monday.
Oh.
Welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I am Lupagus here with Onebar, and Minnesota Vikings, in case you were sleeping yesterday, destroyed the Detroit Lions. What the hell was the final? I think 28-24. Vikings go to 2-1, and now it's time to get some overreactions from that game and from the season so far. So let's do it. Overreaction Monday is here.
Yes, Twitter, everybody just blowing up with overreactions, positive or negative. So we're going to talk about them, and we're going to really lay them out and bust them out. Before we get to that, subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 8,000 subs. We're less than 250 away from 8,000. Hit that sub button. It'll feel good when you do it, I promise.
We're a Lupagus number on the scale away from 8,000.
Oh my God! All right, well let's do this again. These are just overreactions that we're seeing. It doesn't necessarily we believe them, but we're talking about them.
Let's go with the one I think was even popping up a little bit on the live in the comments yesterday. People already saying Lewis Cine and Andrew Booth Jr. horrible draft picks, stupid picks. What are the Vikings doing? Is that an overreaction that you're buying into, or is this just nonsense?
If you're taking the time 3 games into the rookie season to write that these were horrible picks, shame on you. Your mother should take you and give you an old-fashioned spanking. I mean, give me a break. Lewis Cine, Andrew Booth injured. That ends that one. It's done. He's injured. He can't go out there. That's his MO. Will he be injured his whole career? Maybe he'll end up being a bust, but we don't know anything. Early training camp, he looked beautiful. He had swag, all hot reviews. Lewis Cine, again, coming off an injury. And you know what? Who cares? It's early, and Josh Metellus had a great game, which makes me feel better about it.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. That's not disappointing. Lewis Cine wasn't starting over Josh Metellus. It is disappointing. But you know what? This happens with rookies. Not every rookie has, the fast track to the NFL or are ready mentally, physically, whatever it may be. So this isn't out of the ordinary. This happens a lot with rookies, especially first-round guys. So not everybody's ready to jump in the fire. He did miss some time with some injury, so he's probably just not ready yet. So settle down. Andrew Booth Jr., yeah, he's hurt. Some guys are hurt. Hopefully this isn't the way his career goes. Like you said, it may be, but we don't know yet. So settle down.
Settle down. One other thing we got to mention is people referring back to the fact that we shouldn't have traded back. We got Lewis Cine. We shouldn't have traded back. We should have just held tight at pick 12. Is that what it was? It was stupid. So. Let's remember, if we would have held tight, we wouldn't have like the Ed Ingrams. We wouldn't have these other beautiful picks that are playing out well. So take that, throw it out the window.
Yeah, absolutely. What's your next overreaction? What do you got?
Well, I'll let you run with this one. Defense. Is it officially a major concern?
This one, I think, has some truth to it. And I think you have to go back even to the Packers game where the Vikings held them to, I think it was 7 points. They had a goal line stand, a stop on 4th down, and then they had a huge drop. So the Vikings easily could have given up 21 points that game as well. Here's the thing with this defense. It looks horrible at times. You got major issues as far as the run game goes. The run defense, not quite there. Coverage issues. We're not seeing a lot of pressure either. We're not blitzing a lot. So those are things that are concerning, but they're holding when they need to. I mean, you held against the Packers. You held against the Lions. You played better the second half against the Eagles. So this defense, I want to see more out of it. I think it can be better. I think there's a period of adjustment that's going to happen here. I think we're going to see a better defense moving forward. But, yeah, there is definitely some concerns here.
Yeah, Vikings giving up 4th most yards in the air, 8th most yards in rushing. So that is very, very not great through 3 games. And we've seen it. It shows it on the field. I do think this will be a major problem early. Hopefully they figure it out. The biggest issue with me is the secondary is getting torn apart by fans, by us, by everybody, when really a lot of that has to do with lack of pressure. So the quarterback is having all day back there to pick apart our secondary. So I think we're being a little unfair to our secondary, just lack of rush. So they need to use the Darius Smith. They need to use the Danielle Hunter. Get their asses on the quarterback. Give them a chance.
Yeah. Send Josh Metellus on a blitz every now and then.
Josh Metellus is our hero today. What a player. What a player.
He was, yeah. So, again, it's an issue right now. I think it's something they're going to figure out moving forward. Here's one for you. Have teams figured out Justin Jefferson?
This one's about as stupid as the Lewis C. and Andrew Booth being busts. You can't figure out Justin Jefferson. You can only hope to contain Justin Jefferson. And that's what a guy like Jeffrey Okudah did. He's a good cornerback. He had his least amount of targets yesterday with only 6 targets, but guys like Thielen stepped up. Guys like KJ Osborne stepped up. So absolutely, you're not going to figure out Justin Jefferson. It's not possible. He's going to have down games, and he's a damn superstar. So no, never. And there are people complaining that the fact Justin Jefferson, horrible, blah, blah, blah. No.
Yeah, it's frustrating. He's had 2 bad games in a row. We saw some drops yesterday with him, kind of uncharacteristic. Again, he's also getting kind of mugged, and they're not calling everything that happens with him as well. So, again, you said the big thing. Justin Jefferson has a bad game. That's going to open up things for Thielen and KJ Osborne. And our next guy on this list, Johnny frickin' Munt. Johnny frickin' Munt. Should he be tight end 1 moving forward?
Well, you take this one. I took the last one.
I mean, he can be. I don't think he has to be. I'm not giving up on Irv Smith Jr. just yet. It's frustrating. He's had 2 big drops here the last 2 games, but this offense doesn't really need a tight end 1, so I don't think it really matters. What we see, we've seen the tight end being utilized here is where they kind of everybody moves left, Cousins rolls right, finds the tight end, gets like 12 yards. That's kind of been the go-to tight end play. We need that every now and then. I think we're fine with the tight end in this offense getting 3 catches, 20 yards, maybe a score. I feel like they're kind of forcing some things to Irv Smith, trying to get him involved a little bit more, but I think we could actually get by with Johnny Munt as tight end 1. Not that I want it to happen, but I think this offense would be fine if that was the case.
Yeah, you pretty much said it. To me at this point, I mean, obviously if the ball's in their hands, I want it to be Irv, but just because we know he's a lot more athletic. But Munt, Irv, whoever, it doesn't matter to me at this point. I'm still pulling for Irv to pull out of it and have a great season, but at this point it seems to be a stretch. So whoever it may be, I really don't care about our tight end that much.
Yeah, I just don't think it's that important overall. That's why I don't think we're probably going to hit it early in the draft next year, but we'll see what happens. All right, final overreaction is the offensive line. One of the strengths of the 2022 Minnesota Vikings.
Damn right it is. Offensive line coming to play, baby. 8th in the league with rushing yards, 4.9 yards a carry the Vikings are averaging. And we've only given up 4 sacks, which ranks 4th in the NFL. So you're damn tootin'. This is a strength. Look at these guys. Darrisaw, amazing game yesterday. Beautiful game. O'Neal, we know what we got. Ed Ingram, I mean, this guy is being beautiful. In Cleveland, very underrated. As far as it's going to be very interesting when he's up for free agency to see what kind of money he gets, because he's actually been pretty damn good. And Bradbury's Bradbury.
Well, no, Bradbury has been better. We talked about it. We gave him a little bit of love yesterday. Bradbury has been serviceable, which is a major upgrade for Bradbury.
Take that.
But, I mean, look at yesterday's game. Aiden Hutchinson coming off a 3-sack performance. Didn't even hear his name called once. Cousins has tons of time back there. And, yeah, this O-line, it is a strength, and I hope it continues, and I expect it to. There's no reason why it shouldn't. This O-line is one of the best the Vikings have had in years.
Yeah, I mean, it's very easy to get excited about Darrisaw and O'Neal, but I think I'm actually more excited about our guard play, how well they have, because we're so not used to it. It's beautiful. Usually at this point, we're already looking at guards in the upcoming draft. We don't have to do that. Boom.
Yeah. We don't have to fall in love with a guy like Wyatt Davis in October like we did a couple years ago.
Wyatt, you broke our hearts.
He did. He really did.
Vikings
he made us excited when we got him.
Baby.
Vikings are 2-1. That is Overreaction Monday. Let us know if there's any other overreactions you have heard or have seen, or if you have in your heart that you want us to talk about. We probably won't, but we'd like to see them anyway in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and definitely hit up LiftBridge. Buy yourself some LiftBridge this week. Do yourself a favor. You'll be so happy that you did. And also, remember this. A pig's orgasm can last as long as 90 minutes.
My Lord.
Oink.